Only fools would walk away, but we're standing here today. Through the storms and history, only fools in SAFC. Sunderland till the day I die, underneath the Wearside sky. Through it all we still believe, only fools in SAFC.
Well, hello Sunderland fans, and breathe. The transfer window is finally closed, and what a transfer window it's been. Cannot speak any more highly of the work done by KLD, Christian Speakman, Florent Gisolfi and David Bruce this summer. It's been an absolutely unreal last few months. 14 players in, 10 players out. More if you include the likes of Lewis Emir and Trey Ogunsunni and Ollie Bainbridge who've gone out on loan as well. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think would be spending that sort of money. 189 million euros we've spent. We've recouped 51 million in outgoings, a net spend of 138 million euros. Smashed our record transfer fee on Habib Diarra, 30 million. We're now the biggest spending promoted side ever in Premier League history, smashing Nottingham Forest 165 million. I think 2022, 2023. I still cannot believe it. Really can't. Like I've said many times before, that when we got promoted, I could see us maybe spending 15, 20 million on a few players, a few loan signings, some free transfers, and just kind of hope for the best. But to actually put this kind of statement of intent out and have a right go is brilliant. We've given ourselves now a fighting chance, and a real fighting chance of staying in the Premier League. The signing the likes of Granit Xhaka. I mean, dear me, if somebody had said to me even at the end of the playoff final would be linked with players such as Granit Xhaka, you'd laughed in the face. You really, really would. But if we look at our signings, so Habib Diarra, like I said, 30 million. Seaman Adingra, Premier League quality from Brighton. Enzo Lafia, that was signed as mandatory, the obligation once we got promoted. James Dean Talby, 20 million, great potential, young lad. Noah Siddiqui, been a revelation. He runs on Duracell batteries, that lad. I've already mentioned Granit Xhaka. What a signing, what a statement. Vastly experienced, and he's settled in, and you can also see that the club has got under his skin. His reaction at the end of the game against Brentford, singing, wise men say it. It's absolutely class to see, class. Noddy McQuillia made his Premier League debut at the weekend and looks an absolute Rolls Royce of a centre-half, head and shoulders above anybody at the back. Omar Alderete, another one, La Liga's team of the season last season. His range of passing, he's left-footed. We've now got that balance at the back. Robin Roofs for 10.5 million. What a steal he looks compared to what we've seen. James Trafford, at the weekend, giving goals away. This lad looks rock solid. He comes for crosses. You never get nervous when he's coming for crosses. He saved a penalty at the weekend and looks an absolute bargain. Got his first call up for Holland as well for the weekend. Reinildo Mandava, a free transfer from Atletico Madrid, another one. And I give a stupid penalty away at the weekend, but his energy, coolness on the ball, calm, gets forward, can put a hell of a cross in. Arthur Masuaku, only seen him the once, but again, he's going to be great cover for that full-back area. Another one with great Premier League experience. You bring experience to the young lads as well. And then yesterday, to top things up, off Brian Brobby, 26 million euros, centre forward from Ajax. This one could be a fantastic signing. Is he going to be the centre forward that we've been missing? I know he's had a few off-field problems last season. Had a bit of an off year last year. I think the time was right for him, for Ajax and him to move on. He's 5'11", powerful, strong. Some reports in Ajax say, he can be hitty-missy, but he's only young as well. He'll develop and hopefully hit the ground running. Lucharel Giatrudia from RB Leipzig. Him looked like he was going to go to Marseille yesterday. We then hijacked the deal. Right back, can play centre half as well, can play centre midfield on a loan, £2.5 million. Another one, Champions League experience. Great prospect, great signing. And then, as we know, Roberts went out to Birmingham. Then we signed Bertrand Traoré on loan. Sorry, not on loan, on a £2.5 million transfer. And even him, you might think for low money that, he's not very good, but he's another one. He's played for Chelsea, he's played for Aston Villa. The Villa fan said he was really good. The Chelsea fan said he was good as well when he was there. He's now 29. He's come back to the Premier League, got the experience that we needed. He's definitely probably a step up on Roberts as well. So we've upgraded in all areas of the pitch. And like I say, that to spend 189 million quid is absolutely unbelievable. And them 3 deadline day signings yesterday just put the icing on a very big cake that we've seen in the summer. Yes, it's a gamble. We know it's a gamble, but it's a gamble we simply had to take in my eyes, because you've got to give yourself a fighting chance. We have signed a lot of unproven players, of course. A lot of players who don't have that Premier League experience, but the ones that we've brought in, like Xhaka, Traoré, Masuaku, we've now got that balance. I think that's got that experience that we need, and some older players, experienced players to put in amongst them younger lads that'll help the likes of Talby come on and improve. The signs are good, we'll only get better. We've took 6 points out of 9, not 6 points out of 9 games like I said in the previous video. I got carried away after the win against Brentford, so 6 points out of 9. We're only going to get better as the team gels and plays more together. The signs are really good for the future. I mean, it'll go 1 or 2 ways. We'll either have a tremendous season and finish, mid-table, or it'll go badly wrong, and then we'll be the biggest laughingstock in Premier League history getting relegated. I think now, I don't want to be too confident and too cocky, because a lot of people are still tipping us to go down. I mean, a lot of people still think we're going to finish bottom of the league. I just don't see it happening. I think now we've got too much quality in the side, and I hope that they can all gel and we have a really fantastic season. Like I say, 17th will be successful in my eyes, but we didn't want to be aiming to be 17th. We need to be aiming higher with what we've bought. Now, I mean, do we even have a strongest team anymore? Is this our strongest team? Is it Roofs in goal? Is it a back 4 of Gertrude, McQuarrie, Alderete, Reinaldo? The midfield, Xhaka, Diarra, Siddiqui. Then we've got Adingra, Enzo Lafayette, and Brian Brobby. Is that going to be our strongest team? Lafayette, looking back at the game at the weekend, I was probably a bit overcritical. He got man of the match, Enzo Lafayette. And watching the match back, he was absolutely tremendous. He was all over the pitch, putting tackles in. Had a hand in the second goal, scored the penalty for the first one. So probably man of the match was probably correct. So does he keep his place in there now on the left hand side? Adingra came on at the weekend and played on the right hand side and did well when he came on. So does Talby come up the side? So is that our strongest team? And then when you look at the backup that we've got now on the bench, we've got Anthony Patterson. Will Trey-Hume lose his place? Dan Ballard, Luke O'Neill, Masuaku, likes of Dan Neil, Chris Rigg, Bertrand Traoré, Chemsdean Talby, Wilson Isidore, Elijah Mayenda. All these quality options now to come from the bench. Or is it a case now where we'll just simply pick a team based on who we're playing? Will we rotate the squad a lot more? Or do you think Régis Lebris will keep kind of the core team and just rotate the odd ones? We've now got that luxury of doing that, and we can now, like I say, we can pick a team to suit who we're playing. And it's so good to have the options to do that, and the options off the bench if it's not working. For years, we've said that the bench has never been strong enough to come on and change games. And then behind that, we've then got the likes of Simon Moore, Dennis Serkin, Adji Elise, Romain Mundle. All these players that might not even get in the match day squad now they're fit. So now we've got a lot of options. And also, let's not forget the players who've gone out on loan, who've played a massive part in getting us to where we are. The likes of Alan Brown, Jensen Seelt, Patrick Roberts, Adel Sheesh, Nazeri Russian. They've all played some part, even though they haven't been playing, some of them, or not made much of an impact on the pitch. I'm sure behind the scenes they've made, a massive impact, and they've been part of that squad. We lost Job as well, Tommy Watson, Pierre Ekwar's gone, Nectarius Triantos as well, gone to, I think it's America in it. So all these players, wish them all the best, especially the likes of Patrick Roberts, who's been with us since the League One days. I'm not his biggest fan. I don't think he's good enough at this level. His end product is not very good, but he's always give his best. He's always give his 100%, and he's always tried. And there's a lot of fans. He's a fan's favourite with a lot of Sunderland fans. So wish him all the best. I wish all the players all the best on them loan spells in there, and see where they are when they come back at the end of the season. But just got to pay a bit of a special mention to them guys. Like I say, overall a window beyond any Sunderland fans' wildest dreams. Like I've already said, if we get relegated, we'll be the biggest laughingstock in the history of the Premier League. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. What's your thoughts on the window? Me, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 because it's the best transfer window I've seen in all my lifetime supporting Sunderland. I've never seen that like it. It's just still seems to be a dream. Still think I'm going to wake up soon and we're all going to be a nightmare, and we've ended up signing Callum McFadden again on loan for the rest of the season. Them are the type of things that we've been used to in the past. So, like I say, a fantastic job done by KLD, Christian Speakman, Gisolfi and David Bruce and the whole team, the whole backroom team, for putting these dates together, and Regis Labis, because he'll have had some say in these transfers as well. So fantastic and well done by everyone concerned. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below on our transfer window. Just a little update on the score prediction as we go into the international break. So, there was a whopping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18 of you. There was a whopping 18 of you got the correct score on Saturday of 2-1. So well done to Alex Dixon, Brian Greener, Chris Carter-Jackson, Elizabeth Hare, Gary Hoyle, John Nord, John Ruddock, John, KP Hooligan, Mark Aki, Peter Smith, Ray Knight, Stephen Smith, Steve SM, Thomas Garrigan, Max Ashton, Mega Gaiman and Trevor Henderson. All yous got 5 points each, so well done. Great predicting. That leaves the overall scoreboard looking like this, with Ray Knight out in the lead on his own on 10 points. We've then got Chris Carter-Jackson, Gary Hoyle, John Ruddock, Peter Smith, Richard Waite, Peter Smith all on 7. Then Alex Dixon, Brian Greener, John Nord, John 8989, KP Hooligan, Mark Aki, Max Ashton, Mega Gaiman, Paul, Steve SM, Thomas Garrigan, Trevor Henderson, Elizabeth Hare, all on 5. So that's your top 3. But Ray Knight, well done. 2 correct score predictions already out of the first 3 games. But John Ruddock's still there, defending his crown. He's just behind you on 7 points. So great stuff. It's great to see. Thanks everybody for getting involved. We'll be doing the score prediction for the Crystal Palace game when we come back off the break. We'll be doing another couple of videos in between just to kind of keep the content ticking over so you don't miss us too much, I'm hoping. I am away on holiday from Friday, but there will be a match preview coming out of the Crystal Palace game next week. I'll also be doing it inside the opposition with a young lady called Ellie Killick from Eagle Eye View, so keep an eye for that coming out next week as well. But in the meantime, if you don't mind, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. We're well on the way to 5,000. I think we need 270 or something to get to that 5k mark. It'll be fantastic to get there, so hit that little black button underneath, subscribe, it's free. And also don't forget, if you are enjoying the content, to hype the videos. The more you hype it, the more points the video gets and the more it gets out to other people and helps the algorithm. So hype that video if you don't mind. But in the meantime, have a really, really good international break. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-ra.
Sunderland's where we live and fight with pride.